they talked about how you're leading the league in quarterback pressures and disrupting things in the pass game. Does that satisfy you, or you still want to get the quarterback on the ground a lot more?
Yeah, nah, I mean, that's just the first step to getting sacks. But I think they'll come because, I just feel like I just got to keep being relentless, getting after the quarterback, and they'll come. I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, nah, I mean, I'm not really paying attention to, outside people giving me notice for all that. But, I mean, yeah, it's nice. I mean, I guess.
When you do watch tape of yourself, do you get more excited about the times you're around the quarterback and disrupting plays, or do you say, man, if I'd have made this turn or done this, I would have gotten him on the ground? And what's the kind of that balance like?
I mean, it's nice to look at the tape and, you get gratification from seeing you making strides and seeing results. But at the same time, I'm critical of myself and I'm always looking to improve. So, yeah, I think it works both ways. You're always trying to improve, though, and always trying to get better at your craft. And it's just a week-by-week basis. You got to come out here every day and look to improve, and that's what the best players do in this league. They come out consistently every week and perform.
Do you feel like you're playing better or close to your best yet?
I just feel like I'm improving each week, and that's the goal.
How much has Rabel been emphasizing this week when you do get there, not just getting him to the ground, but getting the ball out, too?
Yeah, it's definitely a big emphasis for us on defense. We've had guys come close, but obviously the more attempts you have, the more chances the ball is going to come out. So it's definitely been an emphasis for us this week.
Have you had more turnover drills? It sounds like there's been such a talk this week. More turnover drills this week than you can recall in a week?
Yeah, it's been an emphasis for the defense this week.
Any new drills introduced, or the same drills just more often?
More often.
The high amount of reps that you have each game, is that tough? And how do you go through just managing and still bringing what you have to bring on each rep?
Yeah, nah, I mean, like I've been saying, how everyone knows me. Everybody knows I love to be on the field, and that's just that. Like, I love being on the field. I don't care how many snaps I have to play. I want to be out there with my boys playing. I don't train the whole offseason to get in the best shape of my life, to try and be managed. Like, I'm ready to go.
What makes Ola so effective?
Relentless. He's just always going at 100%. That's what I feel like everybody on our front has been doing this year. Everybody's just been going and feeding off of each other, and I feel like that's the great thing about it.
Is it frustrating at all for maybe, I don't know, edges in general, maybe you in particular, that all the emphasis always goes on sacks? And that's sometimes that's where the money ends up going to. I mean, there's something to be said for a ton of pressures as opposed to, getting a few sacks as well.
I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. I mean, you just got to go out there and get sacks. But, nah, I mean, the film doesn't lie. People see the amount of times you're affecting the quarterback, and the sacks is just, one thing on the list that you can check that shows that you got into the quarterback. But there's other categories that shows you get to the quarterback.
You guys have faced a lot of different type quarterbacks this year. I mean, what's Wilson like, and he maybe could give you an opportunity to get there based on maybe how he's held the ball so far?
I mean, he's a talented quarterback, obviously drafted in the first round really high. But, yeah, I mean, he's got a strong arm. He's mobile. We've seen mobile quarterbacks this year. But, yeah, no, I mean, I think it comes down to mainly, what we do on our side of the ball and how we can go out there and execute the call that Shane gives us. I think that'll play a big part.
Back on Ola for a second, have you been surprised at how good he's been as far as rushing the passer, and how happy are you for a guy like that who's really been a special teamer his whole career?
Yeah, he's an awesome dude to be around. I love having him in our room. But yeah, I mean, it's super excited for him. But I mean, I'm not really surprised because you could tell, like, during camp when I first, met him and throughout practice that, he's a guy that can rush the passer. So I'm not surprised, and I'm happy for him.
Harold, we've had you here for a couple of years now, and you have a quiet confidence about you. Does that help, just being able to tune out everything? You seem like a guy who does not worry about anything on the outside. It's always about what you're doing to get better. I mean, how much has that helped just over the years in the professional level?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a low-key dude, if it's not my family or my coaches or my teammates, the opinion really just, I take it with a grain of salt, to be honest with you, In this business, when you're playing well, everybody's quick to love you. Same goes vice versa when you're not. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's just me.
What do you think about BC, Clemson?
I got BC by 10.